All right, people, welcome back to the Kaiba Show. And this week, I am talking about a Netflix original movie called All Day and a Night. So let's get it.
Welcome to the Kaiba Show.
All right, people. So All Day and a Night is starring Ashton Sanders. And if you're not familiar with him, he's the young kid that played in Moonlight. And he's now also starring in the Hulu streaming platform, The Wu-Tang Story. So he's in this movie. Jeffrey Wright is in this movie. And the director is Joe Robert Cole, if I'm not mistaken. Forgive me if I got that wrong. But yeah, this movie is a hood drama. So it takes place in Oakland. There's like a gang war going on between two rival sides, and Ashton Sanders' character kind of gets caught up in it. But you can see the fight that he has in him, where he kind of wants to do right, but because of his environment, the other side keeps calling him, and that's pretty much the premise of the movie. He's an aspiring rapper. He doesn't really want to be in the streets. He wants to do this music thing, but one of his close friends keep calling him to the other side. So internally, you see his character dealing with those demons throughout the whole entire movie. And for the most part, I mean, have we seen this story before? Yes, we've seen this storyline before. It's the typical, hood drama type movie, the menace to societies and South Central, Baby Boys. Like, we've seen it before, but I still like the take on this movie that Netflix has done. It kept me entertained. I felt like for the most part, the acting was decent. Some of the people in there were a little skeptical, but for the most part, Ash and everybody else, your boy, what's his name? Yahya Mantine. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He gonna be in Candyman. He was in Watchmen, and he was the bad guy, the Mantis and Aquaman. You guys know what I'm talking about. He's in here. He's one of the head gang members that is luring Ashton Sanders to the dark side of the force, if you want to call it that. But yeah, like I said, traditionally, have we seen the storyline before? We all know about the struggling inner city where kids end up being a product of their environment because you see the poverty, they have nothing. School systems are a mess. Even in this movie, they depicted that again. Teacher complaining about, oh, I got 30 kids, but I only have like 12 books out of 30 kids, and I only have this amount of supplies, but I have 30 kids, so how you expect me to teach the kids the way I'm supposed to teach them? And to be honest with you, that is a problem in a lot of inner city school systems where they lack the funding that suburban rich areas get. So these kids don't have the same opportunities in education, which they do end up eventually being a product of their environments, and they go out there robbing, stealing, shooting, killing. And we see that with Ashton's character. He does have a little bit of morals to him. He won't really go out there committing, like, quote unquote, the crazy crimes. Like, he doesn't want to be a drug dealer. He doesn't want to kill people, but he still ends up doing other bad stuff like robbing people, but he won't kill them and do other crazy stuff or sell dope and stuff like that because he wants to be a rapper. It's just that when you come from that environment, you have stuff that will just keep pulling at you and tugging at you. So that's the problem with growing up in those type of situations, especially if you come from a broken home. And that's why I relate to this movie. Growing up in the inner city, you can always see stuff like that with your friends and other people, family members. So a lot of times, that's why a lot of people relate to those type of movies. And I dug it. Is it the best like hood drama type movie? No, but it was up there. I liked it. It was very entertaining. There's a love interest in this movie. You see him struggling with his baby moms and stuff like that. So it's like the typical thing that we see where you got a man that's trying to be positive. He wants to do positive things. But, sometimes stuff happens. And in this movie, we deal with that. We see the repercussions of his actions. There's something that takes place in this movie that ends up not being a good situation, and you see the domino effect of that. But at the end of the day, he's going to try to turn a negative into a positive. He wants to make sure he's going to be there for his baby moms and his kid. He wants to make sure that, you know, his kid doesn't go down that same path. So I definitely recommend checking this movie out. On a scale of 1 to 10, on the Kaiba scale, I think I'm gonna give this movie, I think I'm gonna give it a solid 8. It was entertaining. I can't see myself watching this movie again. Could it have been possibly put out in the theater? I could see this movie being out in the theater if this COVID-19 thing didn't happen. But it's a Netflix movie, and Netflix been making some decent movies and TV shows. So definitely worth checking it out. It's on Netflix, like I said. And if you like what you see, you want to see more, please hit that subscribe button. After doing that, hit the bell button so you get notified every time I upload a video. And please leave a comment at the bottom if you've seen the movie. Let me know what you thought. And you know, as usual, hit the like button too. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.